Hey folks, welcome into the News 12 Now desk here. We are taking a live look at a scene of a deadly shooting in Aiken. This is over on Weston Street. That's by North Augusta Middle School. You can see an active scene here, handful of police cars, sheriff's deputy vehicles. Don't have the exact number of personnel out there right now, but you can see a heavy police presence with caution tape set up here. We do have a crew out there right now. As you can see, they are waiting to get some information from the Aiken County Sheriff's Office, and once they do, we will be sure to update you. But again, we are taking a look here at Weston Street in North Augusta. This is by North Augusta Middle School at the scene of a deadly shooting here. And again, information very limited, but we are working to get that, and we will bring it to you as soon as possible. Let me pull this up full here as we try to get some more info. This is Captain Abdullah with the Aiken County Sheriff's Office, so we will real quick listen to what he's got to say here.
You good with him looking at y'all?
Yeah, that's fine.
Good.
You good with that?
Yeah,
No, they're good. Roll. You rolling
Yeah,
it?
I'm rolling.
All right. Give us a rundown what's going on.
So about 10:04, we got a 911 call about shots fired over here on Western Street. A witness saw a light color, maybe a white or gray hatchback leaving the scene in a high rate of speed after the shots were fired. When our deputies arrived on scene, they found a 24-year-old black male suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. EMS was called out here to the scene where he was later pronounced deceased. So right now we are in the earlier stages of this investigation. Obviously, we're still searching for all the answers that we can in this situation. Our job is to investigate the facts. Right now we have somebody that is deceased, and obviously a community and a family that has been affected.
I know you guys said you're still searching for some answers. Do you know if this was domestic in any way?
We don't have any indicators at the moment because we're still in the early stages. Our investigators are still trying to canvass the area for witnesses and speak to anybody who has any information. Of course, we ask that we encourage anybody in this community or anybody that's outside this community that has some information, just come forward with it.
Do you know if you've been to this area before, that house before, for any issues in the past?
I don't have a list of any previous calls or anything like that. We have responded in this general vicinity, over the years for shots fired, various different types of calls.
Anyone else living in the residence at the time?
Not any information that I have at the moment.
You guys have any questions? You have any questions? Any other video that you guys have that you're looking through right now to try to find out who did it? Like ring cameras or anything?
We hadn't gotten that far yet, but we're still working it.
Okay. That's all the questions I've got.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Sorry about the eardrums there. Okay, just hearing from Captain Eric Abdullah with the Aiken County Sheriff's Office. You heard him say a couple times there, very limited information. They're still in the early stages of this investigation, but what they were able to tell us was a 24-year-old has been killed. A 24-year-old has been killed out there on Weston Street in Aiken County. That's in North Augusta, just by North Augusta Middle School. And again, we do have our crew live there on the scene. Still, we're going to get more information, and as we learn things, we will be sure to let you guys know. But we're kind of just learning things on the fly, and as we get them, we are just passing it along to you all. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Again, details limited. Wish I had more to tell you, but right now we do know out there on Weston Street, you see caution tape up there, a number of police cars. Hard to tell exactly how many, but you see a lot of people, probably about a dozen people or so, standing outside that house. We asked if there were any previous calls to this house that the Sheriff's Office knew of. They said they did not know, didn't have that information. But this is kind of where we are at. We're taking, again, a live look at Weston Street in North Augusta here by North Augusta Middle School, the Aiken County Sheriff's Office on scene. We will have a live update at noon from our crew out there, or I guess it might not be a live update. It might just be what you're seeing now on the screen. But we'll have that at noon on the TV side of things, but we'll keep it right here. Hey folks, if you're just joining us here, we are live on the scene of a deadly shooting in Aiken County. We do not have a lot of details right now, but what we do know is that the shooting was on Weston Street in North Augusta, near North Augusta Middle School. You see the Aiken County Sheriff's Department is out there right now, crime tape, roping that house off. We did ask if this was maybe a domestic issue. We didn't have an answer to that. Whether this house had been a previous location where officials had been called to. They weren't able to give any information on that. Still very early on in this investigation. But what we do know is a 24-year-old male has been killed in this deadly shooting. Still waiting to get more info, and as we do, we'll release it. We're kind of just learning things on the fly, and as we learn them, we are just passing it along. Again, this is from our crew on the scene just in here. 24-year-old black male was shot. They have a white hatchback that they believe drove off from the scene. They don't believe it's a domestic that they know of, and the victim was found in the doorway of the home with the front door open when they got there. That's all coming from the Aiken County Sheriff's Office. So they encourage you that if you know anything, please say something. Sorry, just reading all the latest info that we have here, making sure I don't miss anything. Yeah, it looks like that's all we have right now, that this is on Weston Street and that a 24-year-old black male was shot and they believe a white hatchback drove away from the scene. I know that's very limited, but this happened pretty recently, and so that's all we've got right now. We do have our crew still out there on the scene working to gather more information, and as soon as they get it, we will be sure to share it with all of you. Let me go ahead and pull this back up full now, kind of let you take a look here as this continues.
It's like the fourth thing.
Ignore that. That's just our crew letting our team back here know that they are able to hear them and ready to go. If you're watching this on our app right now, we are going to have to change this over to the newscast. But if you're watching this on YouTube, you could stick around here. But we'll go ahead and change this back to our newscast, which is going to start here in a minute and a half, and then we'll have the latest information over there. Pretty sure it's just the same thing that we already know right now, but yeah, we'll go ahead and take that back. All right, folks, if you are watching us here on YouTube, we're going to go ahead and end this stream. We don't have any new information right now other than the fact that that 24-year-old was shot, and they believe a white hatchback was the car that drove away. So we'll go ahead and end this stream, and we'll have the latest on this coming up later on throughout the evening. So be sure to stick with us on air and online for updates.